Alright, my friends, here today. Welcome back to another video of toy drag racing. And as you can see, we're doing something a little bit different here. Instead of drag racing the usual cars and trucks and NASCARs, we have some big rigs. And we have a bunch of new contestants in here as well. We got about 16 of these trucks, including some NASCAR haulers. For example, this is Carl Edwards' number 99 hauler right here. So we have some NASCAR haulers featured in here. We also have Joey Logano's right here, one of my other favorites, and Ken Schrader's hauler is just chilling right over there. Yeah, today we're gonna drag race some big rigs here. And one of these guys, only one, will go to the playoff race. Let's see who's gonna do it. And let's get started. Alright, so our first two contestants are rolling up to the camera. As we have this red big rig guy right here. And he's going to go up to the racetrack now. As the next guy who is pulling in is a foreigner. Which this guy here, this is a big rig from a different country actually. Both of these big rigs have, I don't know what they call them. They both have like a high nose or something. I don't know. I may just call them high hoods. Like how they call those high hood GB38-2s, you know. Not very many of those old boys left. Alright, let's get drag racing here for some big rigs. Alright. Here we go, on your marks, get set, go! Oh, and the blue big rig has some trouble there as he goes on his side. That will mean the red big rig will win this race as he now goes to the next round. Alright, the big rig is now sitting there waiting for the next round to start. And up next, we have a Buddy L big rig versus, I think this is a Peterbilt. I think that is a Peterbilt, yes. My knowledge on semis are a little bit rusty. We have a Mack big rig versus a Peterbilt. Oh yeah, that's a Peterbilt for sure. Yeah, my knowledge on big rigs are a little bit rusty. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and that was a close one right there as the Mack wins, as the Peterbilt is eliminated. Alright, Peterbilt goes up to the loser spot as the Buddy L truck parks next to the other guy. And now, up next, we have Jimmy Johnson's hauler up against a Tonka, I think that's a Tonka, big rig. Oh no, wait a minute, no, it's just a knockoff, the Tonka. It's all metal, but pretty cool. Jimmy Johnson's hauler versus whatever the green truck is. I don't know his name either. But Jimmy Johnson, crap. He might be an international. I could be wrong about that. As I said, my knowledge is still a little bit rusty. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and that was a near tie there. They came so close, but Jimmy Johnson's hauler wins the race. Let's go ahead and switch up the angles. Alright guys, we are sitting here at the finish line. We have two more big rigs coming up. They are both NASCAR haulers. Joey Logano's hauler versus Ken Schrader. By the way, this is not going into a NASCAR Sagas episode. I mean, it's not really a NASCAR race because most of these big rigs are not NASCAR, so yeah, I'm just not going to put it in the NASCAR sagas or anything. Alright, Logano versus Ken Schrader. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and that was a very close call right there. But I believe Logano hit the vent first, just a little bit ahead of Schrader there. A very close finish there. As Schrader gets eliminated from the round as Logano's truck moves on. And now up next, we have a random Kroger semi versus the 18. Not Kyle Busch's hauler, but Bobby Labonte's hauler. Will it be the NASCAR hauler or will it be the Kroger? Let's see who takes it. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, that was so close too. I was not. Well, I was paying attention there, but I think Bobby Labonte beat him by a tad bit right there. So very good performance made. Alright. So then we have one more race after this, and then we will switch up the angle. It has been confirmed. Labonte is your winner. And that should be right. Alright, now we have two more NASCAR haulers. We have a Bell South Racing hauler versus Carl Edwards, number 99 hauler. And Carl Edwards will also be competing in the next drag race, the Car of Tomorrow. NASCAR's Car of Tomorrow is going to be coming out next Saturday. Carl Edwards will be competing in that as well. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and Edwards goes loose. He goes behind the camera and loses control and slams into the loser spot semis there. We have a lot of damage. That's going to cost a lot of money as the Bell South Racing semi is going to advance. Carl Edwards with a tough right there, but luckily he has another chance to win because he will be able to compete in NASCAR's Car of Tomorrow race, and there is a possibility he may also compete in next year's biggest event of the year. Alright, let's go to the scene and take a look at the huge damage Carl Edwards just did to all those other semis. Right there, the white semi, that is Carl Edwards there. A little bit of side damage to the Peterbilt as Carl Edwards crashed into Ken Schrader's Kenworth hauler and did some pretty severe damages to the front right there. Pretty bad crash right there with a 6-truck pileup. Alrighty then. So Carl Edwards is going to have to be moved out right there. And he's going to the loser spot. Luckily his semi is still able to move, but barely. Pretty bad damages on there. So he's going to have to go find a way to go get it fixed. Anyways, let's continue on. Alright, so we have two more races in the round one, and the round two will start. So now we have a John Deere semi versus the number 12 hauler, which I believe is Derek Cope. And oh my gosh, I don't know what brand he is. The big rig, I think that might be Peterbilt or an International, one of those two, but yeah, my knowledge is pretty kind of rusty, so here we go. John Deere semi versus Derek Cope's NASCAR hauler. On your marks, get set, go! And the John Deere crosses the finish line first as he wins. The John Deere semi goes on. Derek Cope is eliminated from the race. Alright, one more race in the round two will begin. Two more NASCAR haulers. The other one is another John Deere hauler, but however, it is Chad Little's John Deere hauler, and then against Ward Burton. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and that was close as they have a collision at the end there. Ward Burton makes contact with Chad Little and spins him right into the wall. Pretty hard hit over there. I hope it's not too blurry. That was a little bit far there. But, however, though, I do believe Chad Little won because I think Ward Burton spun him out as soon as Chad crossed the line, and I think he did cross it first. So let's just go ahead and give the win to Chad Little, because I think he did win. I might be stupid. Anyway, let's go see the other big rigs advancing on to the next round. Alright, we have this red one over here. We have the Mac Buddy L, Jimmy Johnson's International hauler, with these two other NASCAR haulers here. And then we have both of the John Deere semis standing next to each other. We'll have to see which John Deere semi is going to take the win. Stick around. Anyways, let us begin. Alright, we're on a little side view here near the finish line. The semis could possibly veer off and cause a big wreck and hit our camera, so these semis are pretty tough and big, so our camera might actually end up getting a little damage. Let's find out though. Two high hood big rigs. The Buddy L Mac versus the red one, which is definitely not a Mac and also looks foreign. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and one of the big rigs sure did veer off, but it did not hit our camera. He avoided it. The red big rig hits my dresser and has a hard hit into the wall as the Buddy L semi takes the win and advances to the third round. As the red semi is now out, so now we have Jimmy Johnson versus Joey Logano. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, Jimmy Johnson has a huge crash. Well, not a huge crash, but you get the idea. Jimmy Johnson spins and goes on his side there. I don't even know if it's possible for a big rig to flip. I mean, it's easy for them to go on their sides, but not to make a full flip there. Joey Logano also went on his side as he was crossing the finish line, but Joey Logano wins this round. So, good performance. Jimmy Johnson is out, unfortunately. Alright, the debris has been cleaned up. Now we have two more NASCAR haulers. Bobby Labonte versus Bell South Racing hauler. And this was a number 42. I do not know the guy who drives it, though. And it does not say anywhere. On your marks, get set, go! Oh! And the Bell South Racing semi hits our camera there as Labonte goes for a tumble. He goes on his side, but he still does not flip. Bobby Labonte wins this race. Yeah, that was a hard hit there for the Bell South. That might have even injured the cameraman. Man, I gotta tell you, I feel so sad for that cameraman. He's gotten hit by vehicles so many times. You know what? I should just make a compilation of cars hitting the cameraman. By now, you'd think the cameraman had freaking died. But no, the cameraman has not died yet. He's a strong guy, but he might pass soon, so we better get a new cameraman. Alright, that was 3 races, so let's switch up the angles. Okay, let's go ahead and try side view here. So now it'll be both of the John Deere semis competing against each other. Which John Deere semi is going to do it? Will it be the NASCAR hauler, or will it be the actual John Deere hauler? On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and that was a close one there, but the NASCAR hauler wins this race. As we now move on to round 3. Your final contestants for round 3. Joey Logano versus the Buddy L semi. Then it'll be John Deere semi versus Bobby Labonte. And the winner of each of those races will take on each other to determine who the winner is. So now Logano versus the Buddy L semi. Who's gonna do it? On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and it's going to be the Buddy L semi as he almost, as Joey Logano just almost beats him, man. The Buddy L semi beat him by a nose. That was crazy. That was a near tie right there. If only I had seen that happen. If only the camera had seen that happen. My angles can be pretty stupid at times. Or I could change the angle at the worst timing. Alright, which green semi-hauler is going to take it? Bobby Labonte or the John Deere? On your marks, get set, go! And it's going, oh, he did flip! The John Deere semi wins, but he goes for a wild ride. He actually flipped. So it is possible. Alright, this is going to be a red flag as there were some pretty big damages there as Bobby Labonte, as the hauler, the John Deere hauler, is literally on top of Bobby Labonte right now. Let's go to the scene. Okay guys, so here is a look at it right now. And as you can see, the John Deere, the John Deere hauler wins this race as he is on top of Bobby Labonte right there. Very horrible crash there, especially for a big rig, but I did not know the big rigs could flip. It is possible. I thought they weren't going fast enough, but they can flip. Alright, let's see who's going to take it. Will it be the Buddy L semi or John Deere? Will it be Chad Little? Let's find out. Alright guys, we're switching back to this angle so you can see for yourself who the winner is. The Buddy L semi versus Chad Little. Chad Little really looking forward to his first career win. I can't remember this 100% sure, but I think the Buddy L won last year. I could be wrong about that though. It was either the Buddy L or some police semi, which I cannot find him. I might have sold him. But anyway, here we go. On your marks, get set, go! And it's going to be Chad Little. Chad Little almost. Ooh, he almost got defeated there. Chad Little beats him by another nose. Wow, as the Buddy L semi is blocking our view here. Anyway, Chad Little bounced crazy far back. Little bit of damages on the front of that semi, but there goes the Buddy L semi headed to the loser lane for defeat. As Chad Little makes his way to victory lane, his first career win in toy drag racing. And yes, he will also be competing in the biggest event of the year, which instead of the biggest event of the year being the Racing Champion cars, it'll be the Winston Cup cars this time. I had to do Racing Champions this year because I could not find my Winston Cup cars. Then I found them, did a drag race, and then the file went corrupt. So yeah, pretty terrible story, yeah. That did not go very well. But anyway guys, let's go to victory lane. And there he is. Congratulations to Chad Little for winning in the Big Rigs race here. Let's give an applause to our winner here, as he has won. He will be going into the playoff race. He could possibly become the champion of the 2021 season. Will he be able to outrun all those little cars though? Chances are he won't, because semis are slower than cars. But who knows, he might still be able to get lucky and pull it off. He could just straight up demolish those little cars and run them over. Which, I mean, that's not really illegal or anything. You can do that in the rules of toy drag racing. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe, help me get more subs for the channel here. And I hope you all enjoy toy drag racing. I'll see you guys later on another Saturday for some more toy drag racing. NASCAR's Car of Tomorrow, another episode of the NASCAR Sagas. Again, thanks so much for watching. Peace.